Don't forget that this is a weekly 10,000 gem challenge towards Gargamel. All you need to do to enter is leave your in-game name and then your challenge. On that note though, guys, shout out to Whammer. Thank you so much for helping me out with this video. It really does mean the world to me to give back to the community, and I'm so glad that you could be a part of it. But anyways, guys, listen to this idiot's intro. What's going on, Malakis? Gargamel is back, and I found a challenge that is worthy of the 10,000 gems. I look through all of these comments. I look through every single one of them, and I do not find a single one that is worthy of these 10,000 gems. Except for this one. I challenge Gargamel to purposely lose his leader to a rival guild. And then you can have one person come by and rescue him. So, Denise, aka Diablo Nacho, I accept your challenge. Do you see this? Do you see this? Does not face Gargamel. It does not. Not at all. I go to my doom for you. Only you. Yeah! Okay, let's be real though. I actually didn't think that would happen, so let me go ahead and just start a rally here. I really don't know how many troops this guy's got, but I'm gonna go ahead and start a rally anyways. NANI? What is this? Whammer? Is Whammer going to be my knight in shining armor? Is he going to release Gargamel? Is he going to? Is he? Yeah! Whammer is my savior! He is! On a totally joking note, guys, absolutely amazing. It really means a lot to me to do these kinds of things for you guys, because I literally looked through every single one of these comments, and Diablo Nacho was the one person that I could actually see that was actually a really interesting challenge. Now, that doesn't mean that all your challenges always have to be, you know, go attack somebody, go do this, go do that. I love the Coliseum. I love teaching people everything. And having said all of that stuff, let me kind of go over some stuff that we did today, okay? As you guys can see here, I just absolutely got wrecked. I got wrecked. I wanted to kind of debunk a thing that's been going around on Lords Mobile, and it has been for a very long time. We got our buddy Billy here. So thank you, Billy. Shout out to you for helping test this. It really does mean a lot to me. And so we tested to see if you truly need to have one troop of that hero's type, meaning, you know, like if I was going to use Berserker. Berserker is an infantry hero, as you guys can see. So we want to know if we can use a hero like Rose Knight, who is a cavalry hero, and still get her bonuses. Now, of course, her Paladin's Glory, aka her tactics, will not ever be used unless you've got cavalry units. But you're like, oh, 200% is great. But you gotta understand, it's squad attack as damage. So if you guys don't know, here we go. We can be in the know. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. So basically, there's only 4 squads per one troop type, and that's it, literally. So if you send out one troop with her so that you can get her bonus, and you think it's worth it, just know that you are giving up that 200% damage that your entire squad will do. And so I don't want to confuse anybody. I don't want to quantify it like that for anybody. I want to simplify it basically. So what we did is we set out camps of actually 100 troops, and that was the first testing that we had done, and it was very unsuccessful actually. The results didn't change, but the moment we sent out 1,000 troops, it actually did. So this right here, this march is 100% infantry, right? Royal Guards, and it's inside of infantry phalanxes, right? We're both using the same thing, okay? This march, on the other hand, is with Rose Knight, boom, right? And as you can see, I lost less troops and killed more troops. People think that your heroes don't show up in battle, so therefore they do not ever give their buff. Now here, I'm gonna go ahead and pause it really quick, boom, right? You look right here to the left, right where my picture would be, right? So let me go ahead and take off my picture for you guys. I know it's my beautiful face. And you're like, I don't see anything there. It's because, well, there's no heroes there. But this feature right here, this little camera feature, right? It turns it around so that you can view your opponent's side. Over here is where your heroes will normally be, right? Let me get off my overlay and all that stuff, right? And so right up here is right where your heroes would normally be, right? So, yeah. So when you continue, it zooms in, and then so it makes it harder to see the heroes that would normally be back here, right? So let's go ahead and throw Rose Knight in there, and a lot of people are saying that unless you have one troop of her type, she won't show up in battle. But that couldn't be further from the truth, right? Right? You don't see her over here because she's not there. When you turn your camera angles, there she is, right there, all the way in the back. And that works for every single hero and every single rally, all that stuff. You know, I see people do something just like this. They got cavalry, 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 right? And they use 4 cavalry heroes, but then they use a hero like Berserker, right? So let me go ahead and answer that long time question. It's because they don't have another cavalry hero. Like, who am I going to use? Sage of Storms and get 50% defense? No, not even close, okay? Because only four heroes of one troop type will ever show up into battle with their actual troops, okay? That's why there's only 4 squads. So you can't have all 5 heroes show up. 1 hero will sit on the sidelines, okay? So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 cavalry heroes to show up, right? 1, 2, 3, and then right here is the 4th. And then I've got Berserker, because Berserker's going to give me 20% army attack, 25% army defense, and 25% army HP. If I was to toss in Sage of Storms, I would actually do less damage that way. I would truly do less damage that way, because he doesn't give me any troop attack of any kind. He only gives me a troop defense. And to be real with you guys, the army attack and the HP the Berserker offers is more valuable. It does way more damage, okay? I'm not going to test that here live right now in this video. Just take my word for it. If you guys don't believe me on this, then please do your testing yourselves. Maybe in a different video, I will test this out like this for you guys just to show you the differences. But yeah, that's the kind of debunk a theory that people have been saying. Also, a lot of you guys ask about forts and all that stuff. So here's what the pros are basically doing, right? So let me see here. There we go. Boom. Right? A lot of you guys always ask about the forts and all that good stuff. So let's go ahead and dive right into it, right? This is a fort battle, right? And I'm attacking the fort, right? Because I'm on the left side. This guy's on the right side. Now, a lot of you guys are like, okay, I want a 4-2-4 because that's what this rally was supposed to be, a 4-2-4. We happen to get more lopsided on the cavalry, but I wasn't going to ship it back because of that, all right? Here's the breakdown, okay? I sent in 300,000 calves, okay? Why did I do that? Why did I do that? Why did I send out only one troop type in a 4-2-4 inside of a ranged phalanx, okay? Well, because my cavalry will go at the back. That's the biggest reason why. You think that it's selfish for me to do that and not lose any troops in the actual battle, but truth be told, it's actually something you really want to do, because you gotta think about it like this, okay? You gotta think about it like this. If I win this battle, now I've got let's say 2.1 million troops, maybe 2 million troops even, okay, inside the fort. Now these guys are gonna counter rally. Now I go from 2 million to 1.8 million or 1.7 million. Do you see how that goes? Basically what I'm saying here is I end up losing troops that I can personally hold inside of the fort. So it'll never be a full fort, which ends up making the entire guild lose more troops. That is the reason why people are starting to do this, okay? And it's not a secret, okay? You can do this with 2 troops. You can do this with cavalry, and you can do this with range, but you cannot do it with infantry, okay? And I'll explain that to you guys here in just a second, all right? I've said this previously in a video that enemy troops will always attack the closest troop to them. So right now the wall's down. If I was to drill this, all of these troops are going to go to these range troops. If the wall is up, then that means that these infantry troops back here are going to pass my range troops, and then all of these are going to go for my infantry troops. But in the case of a fort, okay, in the case of a fort, or open territory as I would call it, right? There's no wall or no nothing, okay? It works a little bit like this. Let me show you guys the actual battle, right? Here we go. So These guys all right here are going to go straight for these range. And then immediately after the squads start to get damaged, right? Once these health bars start to get depleted, they're going to go straight for these infantry troops because the infantry sit closer than the cavalry. Even though these guys are all mingled together, the infantry are still closer to the line of sight, basically, to all of these troops. So watch the blue health bars. They're eventually going to go down. You're going to see squad eliminated, boom, annihilated, right? Heroic Cannoneer annihilated, okay? As you can see right here, boom. 0 cav right there. They will dip into the T3 because it's funny the way it works. The lower troops will almost always go first until a certain percent, and then it goes to the T4 side. I don't want to confuse you guys. Let's keep it simple, okay? That's what I'm trying to talk about right here, right? As you can see, none of the T4 cav got wounded, but the infantry did, right? And so did these infantry. And then what about some of these cavalry units? That's just the way the troops mingle, okay? That's just the way they mingle. So as you can see here in this report, the cannoneers are getting wrecked, basically. They're getting owned, right? But none of the cav are. None of these cavs are. Some infantry are getting wounded, like I said. They will get wounded. They will get hurt. You know, at the end of the day, they do. That's just the way it works. But none of the T4 cavalry got touched, okay? That's just it. Now, anybody can use this trick. This only works for range units and cavalry units just because of the way the units stack, okay? If I'm using cav, I'll go over with you guys. If I'm using cav, I will not use an infantry phalanx. I will use a range phalanx, okay? I will use an infantry wedge, maybe, but I probably won't. Just because if I lose these infantry troops, they will dip into my cavalry troops. That's pretty much about it. Anyways, guys, look. I've already contacted this guy for his 10,000 gems, so please don't try to troll the comments. This player, this person has, it is March 27th. They have until Friday, which is the 30th, to contact me, to basically respond to me in-game, okay? They have that much time to respond to me in-game. You know what I'm talking about, though, right? Love, peace, and chicken grease. Be safe. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for stopping by to spend some of your quality time and stay classy.